Hi guys, my name is George, and today in this video we're going to change the oxygen sensor or lambda sensor on the Skoda Felicia 1999. As you can see, I have already jacked the vehicle, and I have put in place the jack stands, so to be safe, because this job is going to be under the car. And as you can see, it's already stabilized, so I will be safe down there to untie the oxygen sensor. Let's have a look now. Down there you can see I have already sprayed some WD-40, because these things they are really hard to go out, really hard. So let's show you with my tool, this tool, where the lambda sensor is this thing over there. If you can see it, yeah, this is the oxygen sensor. I went my car for repair, and they connected to the computer, and the guy said me that the oxygen sensor is bad, so I decided to change it by myself, because I like the DIY. So first of all, we jack up the car, then we disconnect the battery, because always when we do maintenance with electricals, we have to disconnect the battery because there must be, maybe we do something wrong, because we're not professionals, and a short circuit will destroy the car ECU. So next step, we disconnect the L sensor, lambda sensor, that is over here, the connector. And if you push this on the right, okay, so this is the cable of the oxygen sensor. I don't know if you can see it, because I'm trying to work, and at the same time I have my mobile phone on the hand. So that's a cable. So now we're going under the car to try to remove the oxygen sensor. Before we go under the car, I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to use. I have already used a WD-40 spray, so the rust go away or something. This is the spare lambda sensor. It's a DENSO. I think it's good quality. It's a universal, so I have to do some wiring next. I will show you next in the video. A brake bar, a socket, and a tool special for a lambda sensor or sensors, but because it is in a different size from the brake bar, I have to use this socket. So let's go under the car to see what's next. So this is the view of the sensor from under the car. As you can see from here, I don't know if you can see it, it's very close to the gear lever, I don't know the word, and so we have very tight space to work. And now I will try to put there the socket, so I can try to remove the oxygen sensor from there. Oh well, I have already untied the oxygen sensor, and now I will just show you how this tool works. It has there a cut, so you can pass from there the cables, and it will be more easier for you to work. But as I told you, I already untied the sensor. It was really easy. I don't know why, because maybe because of the WD-40. And then you have to put in some angle your brake bar. You have to find an angle to do that, because in a different case, if you don't have space, you have to remove the gears here. So let's untie this. I will remove that now and try to take the cable down there, so it will be more easier for me to untie the sensor. It's difficult with this cable, but I think it's already out. There you are. And here we go. There's a hole in the exhaust, and here is the old sensor. So let's go now to do some wiring. So as you can see here, I have opened the box of the new sensor. It's a universal sensor, so it will be a little different from the old one, but the only thing that matters is here the bolt to be the same. I don't know the word. I said bolt because I don't remember now the word for this. And as you can see, the cable here is different. It's a different color, and there's no connector in the edge. And in the box there's a table that says describes how to match the colors, so you can cut the old connector and to connect it soldering or something on the new sensor. And here there are some tubes that you connect the old connector with the new sensor, and now I will show you how to do this. So as we can see here, the old sensor matches the case 3. It's white, black, gray. So that goes white goes to black, and the black cable goes to blue, and the gray cable goes to white. So the black on blue and the gray on white. So let's do the job. So now we're going to use these tubes to connect the old connector to the new sensor. It's a little bit difficult for me because I don't have anything to a stand for my camera, so I have to do it with one hand, but it's difficult. So I will describe you how to do it. I don't have any stand for my camera, it's my phone, so I will try to show you now how to connect how is this going to be the old connector to the new sensor by following the pattern that is provided to us from the table that it was inside the new sensor box. We are in case 3, so we're going to connect the white is going to connect to black, our black cable is going to connect to the blue, and our gray is going to connect to the white. So this is how these things works. These little tubes here, you pushing in the edges inside the cable. As you can see, there's a small hole and it's a metal thing, and when you press inside the cable, you press the metal with a tool, and then you're using a heat source to heat the tube, and it shrinks, and it's so it became waterproof, and it's more safe, and etc. So let's see how. I will show you in one cable because there's no difference in this. You stick it in here, and then you're using a tool to press the metal. Not really hard because you may damage it, and then you have to use a new one. So you press it like this, and then the cable stays forever in there. It didn't work for us, we have to try again. I didn't press it really hard because I thought I will damage it. So that's the case, and then you press the other cable from the other side. You have to do it really tight here. You put it in the hole and you press it, and you press the metal, and then you heat it up, and it's ready for use. This is how it has to be, the tube, after the thermal after we heat it. It has to be really tight, so the water cannot go in there and stop the sensor from working. So now I will connect all cables, and next we are going to tie up on the exhaust the O2 sensor and see if it's work. So now we're connected already, and as you can see, I accidentally destroyed one tube, so I had to use a simple one. And when I'm going to find another of this type, I'm going to install it in the place of this one. And so now, before we install our oxygen sensor, we have to put this special grease here because if the sensor is bad from the factory and we have to remove it again, it will be very difficult, or if we keep the car for many years and we have to change the oxygen sensor again, it will be difficult to remove it. So we put this special grease that protects here from rust. It's important that this grease will not go to the sensor, but only here. So as you can see, I put some of this special grease there, and now we go to plug the sensor. So here we are under the car again. I don't know if I can install the sensor with one hand, so maybe I must leave the camera down and try to do it like this, because it's important that the sensor don't touch oils or things like this. It has to go in the exhaust direct. So there we go. Let's try now to, yeah, that's it. We're good. I don't know if this in the camera, but we're good to go. I cannot use my torque wrench down here because I don't have really much space, so I will do the same as the spark plugs. I'll just tie it until it's I don't remember the word now. So if you have a torque wrench, you have to torque it down. In the paper that it goes inside the new sensor, it has the torque ranges, and so you have to torque it down. I will not do it, but you have to do it. So let's tighten it up. So we're ready with the new oxygen sensor. We connected the connector properly. I have already plugged the battery. So now I'm going to unjack the car and go to a service spot to connect it to a computer, because it needs this car needs a special cable and I don't have one, so we can see if the new oxygen sensor works and if it's fine. Thank you for watching the video.